Welcome to Estoque channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button and hit all to be notified regarding the latest updates. The content of this video is taken from available sources such as but not limited to the internet, and the author of this video does not represent any person, organization which will be presented. This is presented for educational purposes only. And the topic that will be discussed in the short video presentation is about non-institutional correction. Question number 1. Which of the following is considered as judicial process? Letter A, parole. B, pardon. Letter C, amnesty. And delta, probation. And the answer is delta. That is probation, no? Because it is under the judicial branch of the government, or the process is under the judicial branch of the government. Okay? So what is probation? Based on etymology, probation is a late Middle English word denoting to testing, investigation, or examination. It came from Old French probation, or from Latin probatio, a noun which turns out that it came from the word probare, which means to test or to prove. Okay? So in this program, or probation program, the probationer need to prove that he will no longer commit any infraction of the probation program, and of course he will no longer commit another crime, no? And then parole is an administrative process. It is under the boards of pardon and parole. The meaning of parole is word of honor, no? Then pardon is an executive process given by the chief executive, either absolute or conditional. The meaning of pardon is to forgive, that is forgiveness, no? Then amnesty is also known as the group pardon, no? Which means obliviousness or forgetfulness of the past offenses. It is usually given to political offenders. However, it should be with the concurrence of the Congress. And the one who will grant, of course, is the President, but it needs the concurrence of the Congress, and that is 2/3 concurrence. Okay? Question number 2. One of the most controversial question in this subject, no? The post-sentence investigation report shall be approved by, letter A, Head of Probation Office, B, Secretary of Justice, Charlie, Chief of Police, and Delta, Judge. Okay, so sino nga ba ang nag-a-approve ng post-sentence investigation report, mga kapangarap? Ang sagot po dito ay Alpha, yung pong head ng probation office. Marami pong nagsasagot ng judge, no? So valid ang sagot po dito ay head of probation office, kasi ang judge, siya po yung nag-grant or nagdi-deny ng probation. At ano ang kanyang basihan in denying or granting probation? The basis of the judge in granting or denying probation is the post-sentence investigation report. Okay, the post-sentence investigation report is prepared by whom? By the probation officer. Then, after it was prepared by the probation officer, then he will let it be signed by the head of probation office for approval. So, the one who will approve the post-sentence investigation report is the head of probation office. Okay, so bago makarating sa judge yung pong PSIR, then kailangan ay aprubahan muna yon ng head of probation office. At yun po yung magiging basihan ng judge whether he will grant or deny probation. Okay? Yan. Yung Secretary of Department of Justice naman, siya po yung nag-approve ng format na gagamitin sa mga report na ginagamit ng probation officers. Okay? So meaning, the format that will be used by the probation officer should be the format that was approved by the Secretary of Department of Justice. Okay, so that is under PD 968 Section 6 and under its implementing rules and regulations. Okay, question number 3. Who among the following may grant or deny probation? So nasabi ko kanina, no? Yan, so yung court, president, offended party, or probation officer. Of course, ang sagot po dyan ay yung court. Yung court po ang nagdi-deny or nag-grant ng probation, at ang basihan nga ay yung pong post-sentence investigation report which was passed by the probation officer, which was approved by the head of probation office. No, the president, he is the one who grant executive clemencies. The offended party can grant pardon before the verdict in crimes against chastity only. No, yung pong mga private crimes. No, then yung probation officer, he is the one who conducts post-sentence investigation, and he is also responsible for preparing the report. Okay? Question number 4. What is the quantum of evidence needed to prove violation of condition of probation? Letter A, probable cause. Letter B, substantial evidence. Letter C, preponderance of evidence. And delta, proof beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? Kapag kasi nakagawa ng violation, yung pong probationer, yung pong taon nag-a-undergo ng probation, ang tawag po'y probationer, nakagawa po ng violation, then definitely, gagawa po ng report yung pong probation officer at isasubmit sa court. At anong mangyayari, mga kapangarap, yung pong probation po ay isasantabi na at isa-serve na nung pong probationer yung kanyang sentensya. At ang kailangang evidence lang dyan ay probable cause, no? Yung pong substantial evidence, yan po ay kailangan po na quantum of evidence in administrative cases, preponderance of evidence doon po sa civil cases, at proof beyond reasonable doubt sa criminal cases. Okay? Question number 5. It refers to a continuation of sentence away from prison with certain conditions to follow. Letter A, parole. Letter B, pardon. Letter C, probation. Letter D, commutation of sentence. At ang sagot po dito, mga kapangarap, ay yung pong parole. No? Kasi bago ka po parolan, no? Bago po ibigay yung parole, kailangan pong na-serve mo yung pong minimum ng iyong sentence. Okay? Kailangan mabilanggo ka muna. Tama? So, continuation, sabi dyan, no? Yung pardon kasi, dalawa po yung klase ng pardon, no? Meron po tayong tinatawag na absolute pardon na kung saan wala pong condition yon. No? Yung may condition lang doon ay yung pong conditional pardon. Yung pong probation naman ay hindi ka pa nakukulong, no? Yan, kasi nung nag-apply ka for probation, no? Naka-bail ka pa noon, nakapiyansa ka, so hindi ka pa nakukulong. So, hindi siya continuation actually. And probation is only given to those offenders who was convicted for a crime which is not more than 6 years. Okay, as provided under Presidential Decree 968 as amended by Republic Act number 10707. And commutation of sentence is the reduction of sentence. Okay? Ayan. So, yung pong commutation. No? So, pardon, it is an act of grace given by the Chief Executive upon recommendation by the Boards of Pardon and Parole. And pardon is not subject to review by courts or legislative body. The probation is a disposition or remedy of the court after conviction, wherein the subject is released, no? After conviction, however, he will follow the conditions imposed by the court and to the supervision of a probation officer. Yun po ang probation. Okay, remedyo po yun po para po sa decongest or para makadecongest po yung ating mga jails and Bureau of Corrections, no? Ayan, at the same time para po makapagbago or ma-reform yung pong offender. Okay? Pero susubaybayan yon ng probation officer. Okay? Ayan. And yung commutation, that is changing a heavier sentence to a less serious one, or yun ngang sinabi ko kanina, reduction of sentence. Tama? Ayan. Question number 6. Mr. XXX was convicted by final judgment by a competent court for violation of law, and he was sentenced to suffer the penalty of arresto mayor. Then he applies for probation. Therefore, he is called as letter A, parole, B, pardoni, C, petitioner, and delta, probationer. At ang sagot po dito, mga kapangarap, ay Charlie. Yan po'y petitioner. Okay? So, ang isang taong nag-a-apply ng parole, ang tawag petitioner. Ang isang taong nag-a-apply ng pardon, ang tawag petitioner pa rin. At ang taong nag-a-apply ng probation, ang tawag po ay petitioner pa rin. Sino naman ang paroli? Paroli refers to a person or a prisoner who was granted for parole. No? Yan, parole yung programa. Paroli yung tao na nagrantan ng parole. Tandaan po yun. Pagka naman conditional pardon or absolute pardon, yung pardoni, yung po yung tao, no, na convicted na kung saan siya po ay nagrantan ng pardon. That is pardoni. Pardon yung program naman, no? Pagka nag-a-apply sila, general na tawag, petitioner, no? Probationer ay yung pong isang tao na nag-a-undergo ng tinatawag natin na probation program, because probation is a program. No, it is a program under the judicial branch of the government. However, the probationer will be under the supervision of the parole and probation officer, no, under the boards of pardon and parole under the Department of Justice. Okay? So itutuloy po yung pong ating discussion sa subject na non-institutional correction doon po sa susunod na video. So kung gusto mong makita yung pong susunod na ating i-upload, then huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe at i-click yung bell button, then hit all so that you will be updated if I will upload new videos. Thank you very much for watching and listening to this short video presentation. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen.